Welcome to the Master Cars Pro channel. Today we will talk about the problems and weaknesses of this wonderful car. We are starting with the power units as usual. The Hyundai Creta ix25 or Cantus powertrain range, depending on the country, consists of two 1.6-liter G4FG and 2.0-liter G4NA gasoline engines. The stock engine as a whole is quite reliable, but noisy in operation. When choosing a car with this internal combustion engine, you need to be prepared for the diesel sound of the engine, the clatter of valves, and the whistle of the drive belt. Close to 150,000 kilometers, the source of noise can be a stretched chain, ultimately replacement of which leads to incorrect operation of the CVVT phase adjustment system and the meeting of valves with pistons. Still, on the list of problem areas of the G4FG engine are the current valve cover gasket and the tendency to coking the intake. With timely maintenance and replacement of the catalyst, the resource of the piston group will be about 400,000 kilometers. The top-end G4NA motor is less common, as with the younger model of the line, a metal chain is used in the timing drive, which, according to the manufacturer, is designed for the entire service life of the internal combustion engine, but begins to rattle after 120,000 kilometers of mileage. It stretches, the tensioner fails. The biggest problem is the appearance of ballast. If the engine is bypassed by problems with a piston, it will last 350–450,000 kilometers. The choice of transmissions is limited to two boxes: 6-speed manual M6CF1 and automatic A6GF1. The manual transmission is reliable and up to 200,000 kilometers as a rule does not cause any special problems. In rare cases, after 30,000 kilometers, it is necessary to replace the clutch kit, the wear of which there are twitches at the start. It is worth noting that this defect is rarely recognized by dealers, as a warranty and owners have to change the clutch at their own expense. It does not differ in an expressive margin of safety of the release bearing, oil seals of drivers, and the primary shaft. The reliability of the A6GF1 automatic transmission largely depends on the quality of service. So, for example, with a rare oil change, the friction wear products will be carried around the box, clogging the solutions, the oil pump, and the hydraulic unit, which will lead to a decrease in the lubrication pressure and accelerated wear of automatic transmission parts. An aggressive driving style also has a determinal effect on the transmission. At sharp starts, the torque-converted complex quickly wear out. With careful operation and oil change every 60,000 kilometers, the machine will last more than 220,000 kilometers, but closer to 150,000 kilometers, it is necessary to replace the oil seals, gaskets, and friction links of the torque converted. The all-wheel drive system is powered by an electro-hydraulic Magna powertrain clutch, known from Kia Sportage models. In general, the clutch is reliable, but painfully tolerates a meeting with water, so it is not recommended to overcome the fault, since after wash procedures, the clutch dies after a couple of thousand kilometers of mileage. In cars with automatic transmission, the vulnerable point is the slots of the intermediate shaft basin through the transfer case and the right drive cuts off. If you often go off-road, the outboard bearing of the drive shaft, seals, and shaft anthers quickly give up. As for the reliability of suspension parts, when operating in the city, most parts will withstand up to 100,000 kilometers. On the weak points can be noted except that the delicate wheel shuts. If you overdo it with the tandem torque, there is a risk of tearing the thread. The resource of shock absorbs, support, and hub bearings on average is 120,000 kilometers. Silent blocks of levers and ball bearings can last up to 150,000 kilometers without replacement. Rare suspension parts, except for shock absorbents, usually do not cause much trouble to owners up to 150,000 kilometers. There are also frequent causes of failures in the operation of the electric power steering, to eliminate which almost all components of the system are changed. Steering tips need to be replaced no more than once every 100,000 kilometers. The brake system only needs monitoring and replacement of consumables. It is also recommended to lubricate the caliper guides with each maintenance. The paintwork of the body, as in other models of the brand, is quite soft, which is why it does not resist the appearance of crisps and scratches. Besides, the first copies had problems with the quality of painting. Small grains of sand and craters were present in the paintwork. Among other disadvantages, it is worth noting the low quality of sealants, rubber bands, the small area of heating the windshield, and the work of the wipers. Of the main disadvantages of the interior, it is necessary to highlight the fragility of plastic trim elements, the presence of crickets, and rare noise insulation. Among the operational shortcomings, the owners note the lack of backlit buttons on the doors and glove compressment, the low sound quality of standard acoustic, and the use of wide racks. Well, if you are the owner of this car, then please describe the problems that you had to face during the operation of the car. Perhaps it is your feedback that will help viewers when choosing a car. I am done. Thank you all very much for your attention. I'm very grateful to you if you subscribe to this channel. See you soon.